Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Chokni and this is Rhea, and we're going to be taking a look at the PvP Midyear Mayhem, more specifically how to get the Pelinal's Ferocity scroll. So you pop to your crown store and it should come up under the featured section in the limited time offers. So as of recording this video there are 7 days left, and I will put more specific dates down in the description section below. So this is free to purchase. And then you pop into your inventory, supplies, and it's under crown item, so you just read it to use and add to your lore library. Hearken to the heart of Tamriel, the faithful of St. Alessia have returned. Our imperial blood runs true, yet we have seen the tide turn in favour of your alliance. Please accept our supplication and our blessings at your gate to Cyrodiil. So this is now the fun part, where we actually get to go into Cyrodiil. So go down to campaigns and then choose a campaign. I am just going to go into Shore because it's easier to get into. Vivek on most platforms, I believe all actually, has some quite long queues. So just for this, let's go straight in. So you have to press A and then wait. And then you have a minute to accept for the solo access, because you can go in as groups too. Then you have to press travel to campaign, and then you accept again. Don't tell anybody, but this is my yellow alliance character. She is Aldmeri Dominion because she was created before 1 Tamriel was released, and it was the only way at the time, without going through Cadwell Silver and Cadwell Gold, to experience the different starter zones. Well, I've kept her because I've worked and done a lot on her, so she gets to stay. Usually I'm Ebonheart Pact. So we have to come to Predicant Mirror.
Sacerdote Aloysia can sound a bit overzealous in her sermons, but those who listen are inspired without fail. Are you also looking to receive the blessing of the White Strake?
Is that what this crowd is doing?
Indeed. Shortly after we parleyed with her commander, her reverence began giving her blessings. It's quite popular. All the soldiers want double rewards for their efforts on the battlefield.
What are you offering exactly?
If you know the legend of Pelinal Whitestrake and St. Alessia, you're on the path to understanding. If not, well, those who accept the blessing are renowned for their brave deeds in days thereafter. Surely that's something your people value.
And what do I do to participate?
Holy Writ states that at the Battle of Helden, fierce Pelinal's face and hair were covered in the blood of righteously slaughtered Ayleids. Anoint yourself likewise in honor of his prowess, and return to me.
Tell me more about Pelinal Whitestrake.
He was the firebrand who led the fight for freedom against our brutal taskmasters, the Ayleids. We hold that his actions were divinely inspired. The Bridge of Helden was one of his many victories, unifying the tribes of men against the elves.
Who is St. Alessia?
Once a slave, the dragon god himself inspired her to rise up and rally the men of Cyrodiil to overthrow their Ayleid masters. Pelinal and Morrowind were her trusted confidants, and, depending on their translations, either or both were her lovers.
Who are the priests of St. Alessia?
Once we preached Alessia's truth in the temple district of the Imperial City, before its siege and sacking by Molag Bal. Many fell, but many fled, to carry on our work outside the city walls.
If you're Imperial, why did the garrison let you in?
We made an arrangement with the General. In return for the garrison's protection, we would bestow blessings on any of your alliance who asked for them. A few of us were taken into custody as a precaution, but I'm assured they're being well treated.
And finally, what happened at the Bridge of Heldon?
The elves sought to blockade the northern bridge, driving back Nords sent to reinforce St. Alessia's army. The White Strake, ever eager for elven blood, assaulted their lines and slew them, every one, before the Nords could even ready their arms.
So now we get to use the basin of the Gore Fortress, which sounds absolutely lovely, doesn't it? And now we go back. Very uninspiring at the moment.
So, how was it? Speak. Do you feel invigorated, imbued with righteous power, or perhaps struck dumb with awe by a vision of St. Alessia herself? Go ahead. Reveal to all your holy transmogrification.
Well, nothing's happened so far.
Oh, well, everyone's experience is different, to be sure. But don't let that keep you from getting out there and making a legend for yourself. The White Strake will walk in your steps and goad you to righteous fury.
And then that's the end of the quest. It's very simple, very quick. Scroll of Pelinal's Ferocity and a Pelinal's Midyear boot box. So the scroll actually comes under your slottable items. It's not a collectible. So let's put it over that one.
Friends,
Oh, I hear
blood is strong, and we
her
can
talking.
still see who our true allies are. We have come to remember and to inspire. Cyrodiil shall once more be free and victorious.
Ah, this is that woman that the
Shall
predicant
we
mirror
fear
was
these
on about.
foes set before us? No. As the White Strake clove the elves asunder, so shall we drive our enemies from our land.
Daedra, she means. Metaphorical elves who are to us as the aliens were to our forebears.
It's rude to interrupt, Predicant. Blessed Alessia, guided by the divines themselves, conquered this land and crushed the hedonistic Heartland elves under her heel.
Apologies, Your Reverence, but I've seen more than a few elves around the garrison. Couldn't we moderate the tone of the sermon?
There's one stood right there, I'm pretty sure of it.
We praise the White Strake, who was never moderate.
Oh, and another.
And we speak to soldiers who
Think
value
someone's got a
loyalty,
grudge.
and who know that to distrust an elf in Tamriel is simple common sense.
Damn, she was harsh, wasn't she? But there is a book next to her, The Song of Pelinal, Volume 10, on his memorization by the Water Thinkers. Editor's notes. Volumes 9 to 12 are taken from an untitled document in the Imperial Library known to scholars as the Cyrodiil Transitive Postscript. It consists of ancient fragments apparently collected by the same scholar who compiled the Riemann manuscript. The original source of these fragments is a matter of academic debate, and as yet there is no consensus on their provenance or date. Look you, said Balthazar, behold how the paraphanics now disappear, winking out like stars at dawn, and how remember Pelinal, when all who knew him are profender for worms. And the water thinkers spoke in ripples, saying that the event for White Strake's cognizance was at the Red Week at Headcombe Bridge, and on Heldon's, for when reckoning the blood rivers before and after, that was the fulcrum. The then folk called it the Midyear Massacre, though by following moons it was the sun's height, a perplexity the covalent eradicator addressed in the 6th conundrum. Why did the elves stretch the middle yard all across summer, working needlings, 40 plus 17 days without halt or repose? Pelinal shrugged and cried, if the calendar be elvish, even it shall I make disjoint. And so he plied his hanger that the month was cloven, or were the days just driven to foreshore. I'm not even sure that entirely makes 100% sense in my eyes. But now we can show you the scroll. As I mentioned before I got carried away with the little conversation, it's under your slottable items, and you gain 100% alliance points bonus from all sources and 100% experience bonus from killing players for 2 hours. The timer pauses when you are offline and only resumes when you return, and it's only usable during Pelinal's Midyear Mayhem, and it cannot be consumed on use, so you don't need to keep going back. But for example, if you like my Eats Many Cakes character, she did this last year, but she got rid of the scroll because, you know, we need the bank space. It's a shame you couldn't put these mementos and other unique items in your house, like on a little pedestal or something, just to keep. And she had to go and buy another scroll. I know, they made me buy another one. Not in crowns, thank goodness. What you have to do is you go back to the gate and to that predicant mirror that we just spoke to, and a store option pops up, and they cheekily ask for you to pay either 100 alliance points or 100 gold. Both are the same thing, it's just preference on how you want to pay. A cheeky preference, I think. But now, you use it, you can only use it for PvP Midyear Mayhem. So PvP includes Battlegrounds as well as Cyrodiil and Imperial City. And as you can see, I've had several achievements pop up. So go down to Journal and Achievements and go under Holiday Events and you'll see the Midyear Mayhem. So the one I just got was Echo of Pelinal's Fury, read a scroll of Pelinal's Ferocity during the Midyear Mayhem, Mayhem Connoisseur, receive the blessing of the White Strake at one of the Alliance gates during the Midyear Mayhem, Chosen of the White Strake. So this is acquire your first Pelinal's Midyear Boombox, and it goes all the way up to 25. Midyear Horror, defeat all the patrolling horrors in the Imperial City during the Midyear Mayhem. So where the 6 districts are, just keep going round and round, and eventually you should get them. When the event first started, there was a bug, and I went round, and I got 5 of them with a group of guildmates. But because I only had the final hit on 1, it only counted the 1, but they've rectified that now. So go ahead and slaughter the enemies as normal. You have Pelinal the Bloody, capture a keep in Cyrodiil during the Midyear Mayhem. Pelinal the Scourge, I think it's a Fant, isn't it? Pelinal the Scourge. Win a battleground match during the Midyear Mayhem. Battleground is really fun. Chaos Ball, I'm sorry, but it's Griffball. It's just Griffball. I grew up with Griffball. Pelinal Insurgent, capture an Imperial district during the Midyear Mayhem. So you can get quite a few of these in conjunction with other achievements. Star Made Knight, this is what you get when you complete Mayhem Connoisseur, Echo of Pelinal's Fury, Hand of the Right Strake, Wrath of the Right Strake, Pelinal the Scourge, Pelinal the Bloody, Pelinal Insurgent, and you get the title Star Made Knight and the major adjournment, which is the Midyear's Victor's Laura Wreath. Now I got that on Eats Many Cakes last year. It's quite pretty. It's like the Roman Laura Wreath that you see in like the ancient Roman times on their heads. And then this year there actually are 4 new achievements as well, so we'll continue on. So Wrath of the Right Strake, defeat 50 opponents during the Midyear Mayhem. On the Xbox One there is a 0 gamer score achievement as well, to get 100 opponents during the Midyear Mayhem in PvP. You have Pelinal's Harvest, which is capture 15 farms, mines or lumber mills during the Midyear Mayhem. Medal Mayhem, earn 25 medals in Battlegrounds during the Midyear Mayhem. You may think that's hard, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And Scamp of Mayhem, kill a trove scamp in Imperial City sewers during the Midyear Mayhem. Now I got one in a group I was travelling with, but it only gave me the achievement for the Imperial City scamp for killing my first one. So I'm a bit disappointed that it didn't count for the Scamp of Mayhem, so hopefully this gets rectified, because I'm going to be off soon on holiday and I'm not going to be able to experience the rest of the event. I've only got a few days left to prepare. But the 4 new achievements from last year are actually the Scamp of Mayhem, the Medal Mayhem, the Pelinal's Harvest, and the Midyear Horror. So if you're like my Eats Many Cakes and you managed to do all the ones last year, you've got an extra 4 this year. I think this is the first time in an event that they've actually added extra achievements to the holiday events list. And just before I sign off, I never actually said where to go. I just ran to Predicant Mirror. So this one is at the Eastern Elsweyr Gate, the Aldmeri Dominion. Usually I'm in Ebonheart Pact, so it would be at the Northern Morrowind Gate that you go to receive the scroll. And I'm not sure about these Daggerfall Covenant, so I'll find out and I'll put it in the description below, but I'm going to go off on a limb and say Northen High Rock Gate, just because the Ebonheart Pact is in the Northern one as well. Oh, I forgot I'd put that back on. Doesn't hurt to keep renewing it. And make sure you do as well, because you get your double AP, which is useful because all this week the Golden Vendor is doing necklaces at, I believe, 500,000 Alliance points each, all PvP plus Ebon necklaces, and then in the second week of the Midyear Mayhem it's going to be all rings. So we're going to want all that extra AP just so we can get the gold jewellery that she's selling, and she's around all week as well, and next week with the different ones. Plus you've got Militant Ordinator, which you collect from a person near the Battlegrounds tent in Morrowind. I know for definite you can go there in Vivek City to collect those motifs, and they are AP. And then you've got the Akaviri, the Cyrodiil based ones as well, and they are AP based too. Thank you very much for watching my video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the PvP Midyear Mayhem event. Are you a fan of the PvP to start with? Are you enjoying the campaigns that you're in? Don't forget to go and do the daily quests in these little villages around in Cyrodiil as well, because you get double AP from the quest rewards, and you also get the Pelinal's boombox and whichever boombox is associated with that village that you're in. Thanks very much for watching.